The most awaited program of the year is about to start. The Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Sault Ste. Marie, November 1st. Thunder Bay Community, November 1st. Greater Sudbury, November 1st. Brandon Immigration Pilot, November 1st. Guys, this program is about to start in just a few days from now. But how prepared are you and how ready are you? If I were an aspiring immigrant, these are the steps that I should be doing right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now in order for me to have an edge over other candidates. And we all know that chance favors the prepared mind. So if you guys are watching this video right now, you are lucky because you're already 10 steps ahead into becoming a permanent resident of the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. My name is Zid. Let's get started. Let me tell you the exact steps that you need to take in order to become a permanent resident under the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. But before that, let me tell you the highlights of this program so that you guys understand what this program is all about. First, Canada will welcome the very first batch of immigrants under this program in 2020. So that's how fast it is. So it's important that you guys are aware, you are ready and prepared, but no worries because that is the goal of this video. Second, this program is open to all skill types. So these are skill types 0, A, B, C, and D. So whether you are a teacher, a truck driver, an engineer, an electrician, a pharmacist, a plumber, a programmer, dentist, doctor, nurse, a chef, a clerk, a butcher, a fruit picker, a lawyer, you guys are all eligible as far as the skill type requirement is concerned. Before we move on guys, please consider subscribing to my channel, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate all of the support. Third, this program accepts low IELTS score as low as CLB level 4 for skill types C and D, while CLB level 5 for skill types B, and CLB level 6 for skill types 0 and A. And guys, again, CLB level 6 means 5.0 in reading, 5.5 in speaking, writing, and listening. Fourth, this program accepts very low proof of funds as low as 8,000 plus for a single applicant, 10,000 plus for 2, 13,000 plus for 3 people, and 16,000 plus for 4 people, and so on and so forth. Fifth, this program accepts education credential as low as a Canadian high school diploma. So your ECA report guys can be anywhere from a high school diploma, a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD degree, and so on. Sixth, there are 11 communities participating under this program. And these communities guys aren't rural areas at all. I myself have been to Sault Ste. Marie and it was a nice city. It was just similar to Toronto, so you won't have any hard time settling in these areas. Seventh, the community will help you settle in Canada. So once you arrive here, everything will be ready for you, including your accommodation. Now let me tell you the exact steps that you should be doing right now. Step 1, obtain your IELTS report. Again guys, the minimum CLB level for skill type C and D is 4, skill type B is 5, and skill types 0 and A is CLB 6. Let me demonstrate with you quickly guys how to obtain your IELTS report. Alright guys, so I just want to make a quick demo on how you can get an IELTS report. So on this page right here, go to ielts.britishcouncil.org, scroll further down and click your country, let's say Philippines, and then click on continue. And then on the left hand side guys, click on the register link, scroll further down and select no and click next, and then change the test module from academic to general, and then select a test date from the list and click on register online button. Step 2, obtain your ECA report. Again, the minimum requirement is at least a Canadian high school diploma equivalent. Let me demonstrate with you quickly guys how to obtain your ECA report. Just a quick demo again guys on how you can get an ECA report. So go to west.org and on here click on get started. And then scroll further down and click on apply now button. And then select Canada from the choices. And then select ECA application for IRCC. Fill out all the required information and finally click on the create account button. Step 3 is to find an employer in one of the participating communities. Now this one is something that you must be really doing right now. No worries, let me demonstrate it with you now. Alright guys, so this page from this link is displaying all of the communities participating under this program. It also shows the start dates and the earliest ones to accept applications, which is on November 1st, 2019 are the following. Brandon Immigration Pilot Board, Greater Sudbury Development Corporation, Sault Ste. Marie Economic Development Corporation, what else? Manitoba Limited, and Thunder Bay Community Economic Development Commission. Now the other communities are actually going to start on the first day of next year, which is January 1st, 2020. And these are the following: Claris Home Economic Development Committee, Community Futures Development Central of Cotinay, what else? Community Futures Development Corporation of North Okanagan, and North Chamber of Commerce. Now there's one more community that is going to start at a further date, which is April 1st, 2020, and this is the Moose Jaw and District Chamber of Commerce. Alright guys, so in this step, our focus is actually to be able to find an employer from this community, and once we get a job, we can proceed to getting a recommendation from the community. So guys, our goal is to actually be able to apply for jobs from this community as soon as possible. So let's start off with Sault Ste. Marie, which is going to start accepting applicants on the 1st of November 2019. So if you go to this link right here, you can see that there is a link to upload your resume. Go ahead and click on this link, and then this page will allow you to upload your resume. Simply fill in the required details and drop in your resume here and click submit. Now the next thing you should do is to go to this link, which you can also find in the description box below. So this page guys basically is the Sault Ste. Marie Economic Development Corporation, so it's the community itself. So from this page you will see it says career opportunities. Go ahead and click any of this link right here. Let's say employment solutions. Now we're on this page, click on English, and then on this page click on job postings. And then it will show you all the jobs we can apply for from this community. So let's say we're looking for a butcher, click on search. So let's see, yep, there's one opening for a butcher, a meat cutter, and you will notice here that the closing date is actually on October 31st, 2019. So it is important that you send your resume or you upload your resume as soon as you watch this video. Now let's go back to the previous page, which is the career opportunities. So if you don't find any job from the employment solutions, you can also try from any of these two links right here. Alright, so before we move on to the next community, I just want to emphasize the importance of having a Canadian style resume, because a lot of you guys are telling me you're not getting any response or interview from the job you have applied for. And the main reason I could think of is that your resume is not in the correct Canadian style format. So before even attempting to drop your resume or apply, make sure guys that it is in the correct Canadian style format. So today I'm going to show you a sample Canadian style resume, which you can also find in this link. It's zt-canada.weebly-site.com. This link you can find guys in the description box below. Alright, so a Canadian style resume actually consists of your full name, your address, your cell, your email, and it is important for you to have a LinkedIn account. Now the Canadian style resume actually has three different sections. The first one is the summary of qualifications. So this is actually where you highlight your certifications, your skills, and work experience. And then the second section will be your professional experience. So on the left hand side will be your title, the company, and on the right hand side will be the dates, so from date to date. And then the last section will be your education. So basically put in your course, say Bachelor of Science in Course Study, the dates and finally your school name. Alright, so moving on to the next community, guys, is the Greater Sudbury Development Corporation. Now, in order for you to get a recommendation from this community and eventually become a permanent resident under the Rural and Northern Immigration Program, you guys must be able to get a job offer from an employer from this community. So for this particular community, in order to do that, you need to send or email your resume and cover letter to this email right here. Now guys, most of the time, and based on my experience as well, candidates who further their application or get the job are those who follow instructions completely. So if you are asked or told to provide both resume and cover letter, then you must provide the two. But no worries, guys, because I have a sample cover letter here that you can follow. So simply go to this link, which you can also find in the description box below, and scroll all the way down to the last page. Now this is a sample cover letter from the government of British Columbia. So on the far right hand side is the details of the company you're applying for, so basically the address. And then in here is your details, so your contact name, your title, your ministry, and your address. Now this part here is the subject and the content, and then sincerely your name. Now another way to find a job in the Greater Sudbury community is to actually go to indeed.ca. So in here, type in the job you're looking for, let's say programmer, and then the location is Greater Sudbury, Ontario, and click on Find Jobs. Now these are the jobs available for programmers in Greater Sudbury, Ontario. By the way, this one here is a very high salary, 100,000 to 160,000 a year for a programmer. Wow. And then also we have here a software developer in data mine software. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna talk about one very important platform, which is LinkedIn, because not everyone are actually taking advantage and leveraging on this platform, and not everyone knows that this is one of the best ways to find Canadian jobs from the community, or be it from provinces, through the job section and through networking with people who actually work on the company they are applying for. Now guys, you can always add me on LinkedIn so that I can endorse you to my network as well. And just to add up, I've been receiving resume from you guys, but I noticed that most of them don't have LinkedIn URLs and a LinkedIn account. Well, guys, in Canada, employers prefer people who have LinkedIn accounts because it is one way for them to explore your profile, get to know more about your skills and qualifications. So I think it is a heads up that everyone creates a LinkedIn account now. Now, what if I have a LinkedIn account? What do I do with it? Well, good question, guys, because you're gonna have to put your LinkedIn account URL on your resume. So it's gonna be right here on the header section. So as you can see here, LinkedIn and your LinkedIn account URL. Again, guys, to download this resume, no problem, just go ahead to this link right here, is zt-canada.weebly.com, and you can click on the download button right here. Alright, back to LinkedIn. Now, once you have your LinkedIn account, all you have to do is to go to the jobs link right here, click on it, and it will take you to this page. Now, what we're looking for here are jobs that are from the 11 participating communities, and one of which is the Greater Sudbury, Ontario. So go ahead and search for Greater Sudbury, Ontario. Yep, click on it. Now, these are all the jobs from Greater Sudbury, Canada. So there's lead mine project engineer, we have electrical designer, let's take a look, we have business development manager, we have back-end developer and database. Wow, this is actually for me. So one benefit, guys, of having a LinkedIn account is that you actually see the people from your school who are currently working right here. So there's 30 alumni who is working in this company. So what you can do is you can give them or send them your resumes, and it's all about networking, it's all about collaboration, communication. So if you're having a hard time finding a job, I think if you create a LinkedIn account and network with them, that will make it easier for you. Alright, so let's take a look back to the list of communities. So we've touched Brandon Immigration Pilot Program. We've also talked about the Greater Sudbury Development Corporation, and also Sault Ste. Marie and Thunder Bay. Now what you can do after this video is you can explore the rest of the communities by going to your LinkedIn account. So for example, if you're looking for jobs from, let's say, Timmins, so copy this one and go here and paste it here, Control V, and then Timmins, Ontario, and these are all the lists of jobs, from Timmins, Ontario. So you can do the rest for the rest of the communities as well. Alright, now let's move on to the next community, which is the Thunder Bay Community Economic Development Commission. Again, in order for you to get a recommendation from this community and eventually become a permanent resident under the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program, you must get a job offer from employers from this particular community. So in order to do that, click here and then click on the jobs link. And then in this page, click on the view job postings. And finally, these are the jobs available for this particular community. Similarly, you can find jobs in the Thunder Bay community by going to indeed.ca. So say we're looking for teacher, and then the location is going to be Thunder Bay. Yep. And then click on find jobs. And then these are teacher jobs you can find in Thunder Bay. So for example, we have here from Lakehead Schools, they're looking for an elementary teacher as well as a long-term occasional intervention teacher in Lakehead Schools as well. Alright, so let's move on to the fourth community, which is the Brandon Immigration Pilot Board. Now, one way to get a job from this community is to actually go to this link. So all links, guys, will be in the description box below. And then once on this page, click on the classifieds section. Then it will take you into this page. Now scroll further down until you find the text where it says jobs and click on it. And then these are the list of jobs you can apply from this community. So just go ahead and browse through all of them.
Now, if there's something that I can help you more, and that is to endorse your resumes to the right employers. So if you're interested, you can send your resume to me as well. Step 4 is to apply for recommendation from the designated community.
Alright, so for example, you got a job from an employer from Sault Ste. Marie. So the next step that you need to do is to actually get a recommendation from this community. And to do that, all you have to do is to go to the community. So this link right here, this page, and then it will tell you the instructions on what to do. Right now, it says due to the requirements of the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program or project, we are not able to accept applicants until this fall. And I understand we all understood that the start of this program is going to be on November 1st, 2019. So keep checking this link, keep checking this page, because they will tell you the exact instructions on what you need to do. Now, if you watched my AIPP video, which I posted like 2 weeks ago, where you need to get a letter of endorsement from a province, same concept with Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. You also need to get a letter of recommendation, because these are the documents or proof that you need in order for you to proceed to the next step, which is applying for permanent residence. So I'm going to talk about this next step, which is the step 5, which is applying for permanent residence. So guys, keep on checking the community site. I know this step isn't gonna be that hard. It's not gonna be very difficult for you as long as you complete your steps 1, 2, and 3. So step 4 is just gonna be easy. Trust me. If you have any questions, you can send me an email, a message. I'm not gonna leave you behind. I'm just gonna be right here, and we're gonna do this all together. So please keep checking this community so that you understand the instructions that you need to take for step 4.
Step 5 is to submit your application for permanent residence under the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program.
Alright, so once you get your letter of recommendation from the community, the next step is to apply for permanent residence under the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot Program. Now, this page, guys, will tell you the steps or the instructions that you need to follow in order to apply for permanent residence. So right now, it's currently being constructed. The instructions will be out in the next few days, in the next few weeks, so keep checking this page, guys. But if you look at I've mentioned about the similarities of this program to the AIPP. If you look back to the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program, the process is just gonna be the same. You will have to provide the document from the document checklist, fill out all the application forms. So this step, guys, step 5, isn't that gonna be very hard, isn't that gonna be very difficult for you, as long as you complete steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's just gonna be the same. If not, I will provide an update on my community section in my channel. I'm not gonna leave you behind. I'm just gonna be right here. We're gonna do this all together, so keep checking my update as well in the community section of my channel, and I will provide you updates all the time.
Now at this point, you guys will notice that there is a similarity between this program and the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program in terms of the requirements, the steps, the endorsement, the settlement, and the procedure as a whole. Again, guys, if you haven't watched my AIPP video as well as my other immigration videos, you can go ahead and click on this link right here. Please consider subscribing to my channel and also share this to your friends who you might think might be interested. I wish you all the best on your application, guys. Good luck!